What's going on, YouTube? Got another knife review here for you. Today we're going to be looking at a knife that I received in a trade. This is the Yuna knives. This is the hard one. Yun, is a custom maker out of Thailand. So there are at least two custom makers that I know of out of Thailand. Nathawat is actually not a knife maker. He may as well be a knife maker, but basically he does a lot of knife modification work. A lot of people have sent out numerous Emersons out there, and he's done frame lock conversions, and he's done frame lock conversions for many other knives for many well-known YouTube personalities, and so you can follow his Instagram and all those things. But Yun is a knife maker that I heard of kind of early on in my knife collecting days. I came across his work. I think, yeah, like on just some of the forums, people selling the knives, and they're going for like crazy prices. I mean, at the time, because I was new to knives, I didn't expect knives to get into the upper 800-900s, even thousands of dollars. And so Yuna knives was always one for me that I was like, there's absolutely no way I'd ever be able to get a Yuna. Somehow this one kind of fell into my lap. I was able to get a trade, in my opinion, a really great trade. This was a knife that some collector had in his collection for some time, and I think he just wasn't using it, and so he offered it up in a trade for one of my knives. And so I jumped at that opportunity to get just a specimen, just a Yuna specimen. And I'm really happy that I did. The more and more I play around with this knife, the more and more I love it. I think when I first got it, I thought, maybe I'd sell it off and whatnot, but I don't know. I'm kind of debating. I'm going back and forth. I definitely don't carry it enough to justify having it, but it's one that I do enjoy having in my collection. Really quick before I talk a little bit more about this hard one, size comparison to two of my other knives with Damasteel and Blackout Damascus. Here's the John Grimsmo Norseman. You can see the size is comparable. The Norseman actually is almost the same length. The handle on the Yuna is quite long, but the actual blade, I think this is a 3.5-inch blade, whereas the Grimsmo is a 3.65-inch blade. Here you have the Marty Young. This is the, I guess, dressed up Ursus. This one again with Blackout Chad Nichols Damascus. That's a 3-inch blade right there that I'll be doing a review on later. And then you got the Todd Begg Bodega, so very comparable overall length here when you measure the end to end here. So the blade on the Bodega's somewhat longer, and then of course, as always, the Sebenza 21. All these knives, I could honestly tell you, they're all ergonomic. They all fit the hand pretty well. Whether the Grimsmo with some nice curves, nice little index indentation for your hand to sit in. Even this Marty Young, you get a full 4-finger grip. There's no hot spots to speak of, on a knife like this. I could go on and on about the curves of the Bodega, just simple, thumb depression in the handle right here. Just a simple round handle here, the banana-shaped handle, if you will. I mean, it's straight, if you will, straight and curved, but it fits perfect. With the choil up here, it's a great feel. And of course, with the Sebenza, with that straight handle, with a little bit of a depression, in here, but basically it's a straight handle. When you get into, like, say, the Sebenza 25 with that extra choil, that's even better. It's even more ergonomic. But overall, as a user knife, this is an awesome feeling knife. For this Yuna, though, something about the Yuna, I always thought it was, such an eccentric knife with all kinds of curves. I mean, look at this. You've got, a curve, kind of a curve here, and then you have two, 2, 3, 4, and then with this choil, essentially 5, so whether you're gripping it with a forward, grip in the choil to be able to really do precision cutting, or if you're gripping it back here, this is an incredibly ergonomic knife. All the curves just fit your hand so well, whether it's reverse grip, your thumb just sits on this back jimping right here and really locks you in. If you hold it up even further up here, you're not going to do precision cutting this way. So I don't know if you'd ever grip it this way, but back here, for a quote unquote fighting knife, this grip, it's hard to get more comfortable than this grip. Again, precision cutting and whatnot in this kind of grip is great. So, if you're talking about an EDC blade, this, again, it fits great in the hand. Extremely comfortable. Flipping action is not the best. I have smoothed it out, put my fluorinated grease in that, in the pivot and all those things, cleaned it up. So, lockup is good. There's no side to side, no up and down. After I kind of played around with it. But again, the flipping action is not the best. It's not a very pronounced flipper. It's got that little hole, I don't know why, in the flipper as well. Maybe just for decoration, or I don't know if it's tying things in here and then being able to, I don't know. Again, I'm not sure what the design intent was. You have a large lanyard hole here. All this is, 6 AL4V titanium. Sorry about that. And then you have the over travel kind of tab around the pivot that prevents overextension on the lock bar. On the presentation side, you got a carbon fiber bolster with Yuna's signature yin yang pivot, which is awesome. No tool that I know of that that you can use other than a proprietary tool. You could probably use like a paper clip. This one fortunately was loose enough for me just to adjust with my fingers. But this is a glued piece of, I don't know, beige G10 fused to this carbon fiber. So this is all one piece that is sanded together. So very smooth texture. And then for the blade, you've got an Alabama Damascus blade steel. I sharpened this one up and it is extremely sharp. So I'm not sure how Alabama Damascus would fare compared to other steels, but in terms of the texture, in terms of the look, it's very nice. But you can definitely feel all the lines and where the steel is meeting with the other steel and stuff like that. Being that this is maybe an older Yuna, you can see how that acid etching has kind of maybe worn away from what it originally was. If you were to actually go to Yuna's website, there is a small picture under his hard page as he kind of shows some of the different hards through the years that he's made. But he's, he basically has hard 1, hard 2, hard 3, hard 4, and they all have different blade shapes, and I think blade lengths are they're all the same, but he's got recurves and spear points and Tonto versions and all those kinds of things. So overall, just an absolutely incredibly beautiful knife. And honestly, I feel I'm honored to be able to have, just to be able to hold a Yuna, but to be actually be able to own one is pretty cool. So overall, I mean, if you ever get a chance, Yunas, they don't come on the markets very often. So, the secondary prices are at a premium, but they're so rare and hard to come by, and I feel like the design is it's eccentric, if you will, but it actually fits. The form actually fits the function, if you will. So so again, rather if it's like a EDC, or if you actually use it as a again, quote unquote fighting knife and whatnot, I could see how it would excel in both of those ways. I think for me, one of the only reasons I don't carry it as much as I would like to is this beige G10. I'm not a fan of beige G10, but I don't know. I mean, in camera, it actually doesn't look that bad. But yeah, why don't you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. That's my real quick take of the Yuna knives, hard one. Again, yeah, leave your comments down below, and I'll see you guys on the next vid. All right, take care.